Well, the Kingston Frontenacs have been pretty busy these last 24 hours on the trade front, as we have another trade to talk about. This time between the Frontenacs and the Guelph Storm. The June trade window is now open, and the Frontenacs have sent Ethen Meidema to the Storm for a 14th round pick in 2027, along with three conditional picks. That includes Brantford's second round pick in 2026. Now, this all depends on whether or not Meidema will report to the Guelph Storm or suit up for the Storm for the upcoming 2025-26 OHL regular season. And for Meidema, he was drafted by the Buffalo Sabres, but never signed. Last year, we saw some pretty good totals from Meidema: 23 goals, 34 assists, 57 points in 66 games. So those are all career highs for him. The thing that stands out, though, is his playoff line from last season. He appeared in 11 games for the Frontenacs, registering just one goal. He was kind of quiet in the postseason for the Frontenacs. Maybe there was a lingering injury of some sort, which was holding him back, but still, that kind of stands out when it comes to Ethen Meidema's stat line from last season. But for the Guelph Storm, they're a team that is looking to the future. And for Meidema, he would fit in quite nicely, I think, as one of the overagers. At the forwards, the only one that could come back as an OA next year for the Guelph Storm would be Charlie Paquette. He's a worthy candidate as an OA. And then on the blue line, you could be looking at William Haley or Jackson Young, who was signed as a free agent during the regular season. Only appeared in a couple of games with the Guelph Storm. So maybe you're looking at Paquette, Meidema, and Haley as your three overagers for next year, as this is a Guelph Storm team that's looking to the future. So bringing in Meidema, I don't think there's much of a risk, but it is an upgrade as the Storm looking to have a better showing than what we saw last year. Of course, Guelph missing the playoffs, and the Western Conference, I think, is going to be a little more competitive this year, and maybe the Guelph Storm could be one of those teams that finds a way back into the postseason. And with Meidema and his experience, he was helpful during the regular season for Kingston last year. We'll see if he's able to bring some qualities that'll help this team get over the hump going into next season. A storyline worth following, it comes out of Niagara. Braidy Wassilyn has announced on his social media that he is committed to joining Boston College, or Boston University, rather. He's a 2008 born forward. He played his rookie season with the Niagara IceDogs last year. 39 points in 62 games. There's a lot of potential with Wassilyn. The only question now is, when does he join Boston University? He's expected to be one of the top draft picks in the National Hockey League's 2026 priority selection. So it sounds as though Wassilyn should be in the OHL next year. It's just whether or not after his draft does he then report to Boston University. That's been a trend we've now been seeing a little bit now that we have that NCAA vote. It started with Malcolm Spence. He decided that he's going to commit to the NCAA. Jack Ivankovic apparently heading over to Michigan State. We've heard rumors about Porter Martone. Michael Misa was apparently approached, but he hasn't signed any commitments. But Braidy Wassilyn, who is already still a year away from his NHL draft, the latest to announce his intentions to join the NCAA. Now, there's some speculation as to whether or not maybe this commitment is a sign of things going on with the Niagara IceDogs behind the scenes. Obviously, we all know what happened at the end of last year with players having to miss a period for a situation that happened off the ice. There's also been the removal of the of management and the head coach and his coaching staff. So there's still a lot of unknowns when it comes to this Niagara IceDogs team going into next year. Still, one of the big questions is Ryerson Edgar, who was selected 10th overall in the 2025 OHL priority selection. Still no contact with the Niagara IceDogs. Obviously, they could trade him if they declare him as a player who's not going to report before the season gets underway in August, and then they would get a bonus first-round draft pick in the 2026 OHL priority selection. But we'll have to wait and see where it goes from here. But I did my off-season outlook video about the Niagara IceDogs and how this team looks like they have the pieces to maybe contend next year, but they need to get a lot of things in order. And it starts with players like Ryerson Edgar. Can they get him to commit to playing with the Niagara IceDogs? What's the story now with Braidy Wassilyn? You just hired a new general manager, Frank Ivola, who comes over from the Windsor Spitfires. He's got a lot of work to do to get this team on track. You've got the OHL's or the CHL import draft coming up on July 2nd. You can now draft 3 imports. So how do the Niagara IceDogs handle that? and who's going to be the head coach next year for Niagara. There's been a lot of rumblings in regards to some rumors when it comes to players and how they feel about going into next season. But man, oh man, there's a lot of work still to be done with the Niagara IceDogs, especially when this team, it feels like they're ready to take that next step as this core. But yeah, time will tell. So Wassilyn right now announcing that he's got a commitment to Boston University, and we'll see what steps are taken for the Niagara IceDogs going forward with this news. Now, sticking with first round picks, the Oshawa Generals have signed Sam Roberts. He was drafted in the first round of the priority selection, 16th overall. The son of Gary Roberts, he played for the Toronto Junior Canadiens, collecting 37 points in just 33 games. So 14 goals, 23 assists. So Sam Roberts signing that commitment to join the Oshawa Generals for next year, which is pretty exciting. This is a Generals team that's looking to rebuild after two consecutive runs to the OHL final. But I think he's going to be an exciting player. From what I've heard and some of the videos I've seen of Sam Roberts, he's going to bring some excitement, and it'll be really great to see what he can do over these next couple of seasons as he works on his skills and development before he's eligible for the NHL draft. Now, sticking with signings, there's been a few over these last few days. One in particular, Kaden Aucoin. He is signed with the Sarnia Sting. Now, if that name sounds familiar, he is the son of Adrian Aucoin, who is currently the Ottawa Senators general manager. He had a lengthy career in the National Hockey League. So for Aucoin, he brings a skill set that I think is really going to help the Sarnia Sting team. I have some high expectations for Sarnia. They already have a pretty good core with Edwards, Diorio. The list goes on. Then you add on the blue line with a guy like Kaden Aucoin, and I feel as though Sarnia is they're a bit of a dark horse, I think, when it comes to the West Division. See if they can challenge maybe the Windsor Spitfires when it comes to top spot in the division. So Aucoin, he brings some size, 6'3", is a right-handed shot, which I think helps on the blue line. Teams are usually looking for those right-handed or right shot defensemen. So Aucoin will come in as a free agent. So the Sarnia Sting, pretty excited about this signing. And just a couple of signings to note. The North Bay Battalion, they've signed second-round pick Carter Kapaski. So North Bay getting their prospects in line. And then the Erie Otters signing another free agent, this time McLean Agrette. So he just signed with the Erie Otters. So we still have a few months to go before the season gets underway, but I feel like there's been a lot to unpack even over these last couple of weeks here in the month of June. So let me know in the comments below your thoughts on any of these news items. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and we'll talk to you again soon.